Welcome, everyone. Tuesday, October 19, 2021, I covered Level Earth Observer's response to Mr. Jones' 1972's response of his video titled Flat Earth, The Shocking Truth About the International Space Station. In that video, Level Earth Observer only showed Mr. Jones saying this.
This is Level Earth Observer, a WILF that I have featured on this channel before, and he thinks the Earth is flat because tower cranes. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
While watching Mr. Jones' 1972's response to Flat Earth, The Shocking Truth About the International Space Station, I had a few of my own comments to say, so I thought, why not do another Responseception?
Flat Earth, the shocking truth about the International Space Station by Level Earth Observer. Well, hello, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies and another edition of Wacky Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. That would mean the absolute world to me. Let's get to 500 before the end of November. Please. Thank you.
Oh, you are well beyond the 500 subscribers that you asked for. In fact, as of the recording of this video on October 19th, 2021, you are at 859 subscribers. Thanks to Where's Wally and, of course, your content, Mr. Jones.
And don't forget to like, share, comment, etc., etc. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Anyway, this is Level Earth Observer, a WILF that I have featured on this channel before, and he thinks the Earth is flat because tower cranes. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Anyway, he thinks the Earth is flat, and he has got a bee in his bonnet about the International Space Station and how women wash their hair.
When does Level Earth Observer not have some issue about the International Space Station? I think he secretly wishes he could go there and work the robotic arm known as Canadarm too, and is jealous because others get to do it instead.
So, stand by for some personal incredulity and a touch of sexism thrown in.
I'd forgotten all about this clip. Thank you, Jane, for reminding me, putting this in the comments. Much appreciated. Essentially, this is old school propaganda to get you to believe in the absurdity that is the ISS, i.e. this space station hurtling round a cannonball that's flying through a vacuum.
No, it's not a cannonball, it is a globe. You should know this by now. If we lived on a cannonball, we'd all be a bit squished, and I'd have no room to grow my bonsai.
So let's have a look, and let's break this tosh down.
Hi there. I've had a lot of people ask me how I wash my hair in space, and I thought I'd show you how I do it. Let's see.
Just before we begin, my dear, I'm going to highlight the absurdity of your hair straight off the bat.
Just before we continue, my dear, I'm going to highlight the absurdity of your absurdity. Straight off the bat.
And I am going to highlight the absurdity of what Adam is about to say straight off the bat.
If you were allowed to have your hair long, that would be the same for the guys. Why haven't we had any long-haired rockers up there? Hip and happening. I'll tell you why. Because a bloke's hair would look absolutely absurd and make it look obvious.
Makes what look obvious and ridiculous? You got somebody there with long hair anyway. And there's nothing wrong with men with long hair. It makes them look rock and roll, makes them look happening and hip, and makes them look really, really good.
The only reason the women are allowed long hair is to paint the picture of the space station going around a cannonball Earth.
Really?
Really? Really?
Just like we would on Earth, and then we kind of dry the excess water and shampoo off with a towel, and off we go.
That's the lovely Samantha Cristoforetti washing her hair and debunking Level Earth Observer all in one go.
If I was in charge of this, sorry girls, it's all about simplifying things here, procedures, and I'm afraid that involves you having shorter hair.
Oh, so you'd make women cut their hair for, just to simplify things? Really? Really? This isn't a question of simplification. This is a question of hygiene. If you are in an enclosed space for months and months and months at a time, you're going to need a wash at some point. Your barnet is going to need a wash at some point. If you haven't got a barnet and you've got a bald head, that is going to need a wash at some point. Oh, what a wealth.
And let's be fair, there was some sharp, short haircuts the ladies had in the 80s. So certainly better than this tosh. This is just simply a show. This is all this girl's hair is about, is a show to get you to believe in this absurdity.
What absurdity? A woman washing her own in space?
As Mr. Jones already said, hair or no hair, you need to wash up. Body oils and body odor don't stop because one is in microgravity.
Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's have a look.
To get started, these are the things I need. A bag of warm water, a little no-rinse shampoo, towel, and my comb. What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp. And I have a mirror here so I can kind of watch what I'm doing. Sometimes the water gets away from you.
Now, this is how absurd this is. You're in a space station that produces a hell of a lot of power, electricity, and you're supposedly throwing water all over the place. Why? Because you got long hair.
Throwing water all over the place because she has long hair? As someone with long hair, I can assure you, Adam, even here on Earth, I don't throw water around to wash it. Are you seeing things like harnesses and reflections again, Adam? Dear, oh dear.
That ridiculous health and safety risk could be eliminated immediately by you having short hair. But no, we have a lie, a picture to paint here, a delusion to sell.
Do you think that NASA engineers don't know what they are doing? That they didn't anticipate everything that can happen inside the space station? I am sure you watched the part at the end where she explains what happens to any moisture in the air, but I'm sure you're going to ignore it because it is you who have a picture to paint and a delusion to sell.
So I'll keep my hair long and then we'll squirt loads of water around a space station that's 100% electrical.
She didn't squirt loads of water around. She squirted water into her hair. But it's the picture and the delusion that matters here, right, Adam?
It's so ridiculous, love.
Where is she washing her hair? In a fucking bathroom, of course. A bathroom. I've got a bathroom. You've probably got a bathroom in your tower crane. Why isn't water getting and condensation getting into the light fitting of the light switch? Because they're waterproofed, man. And you haven't addressed the bubbles that are flying off in different directions. I wonder why.
And you try and catch as much as you can.
Water flying everywhere. There's more cuts in this than there is in the whole Lone Wolf and Cub film series. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Fancy putting lots of cuts in a video, and you still haven't addressed why those bubbles are floating around in different directions.
And of course there's no cuts that last more than 25 seconds. This is an obvious 0G panto fest.
Your opinion isn't evidence, is it? We want some evidence from you, not your opinion, some evidence, some demonstrable evidence.
Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair.
Absolutely ridiculous. How much easier would your life be on the space station with short hair? Do you know what I mean? Who do you think you'll fall in love throwing water all around your electrical space station, when you wouldn't need to do that if you had short hair. It's all a show, my dear. We'll continue though.
Even people with short hair wash their hair. Even me. I wash my hair about once a month after I've had it cut. Because I'm worth it.
And I take my no rinse shampoo.
I should add the little funky beats there in the background. Just to get you to bop and again lower your guard. She's in space. Nah. Some funky tune. She must be in space. Nah. This is clearly ridiculous. For any of you space fans, come on. This is ridiculous. Why have long hair and endanger the whole crew and people here on Earth, squirting water about just so you can wash your long hair? It's clearly ridiculous.
I think it is you who is clearly ridiculous, because you keep finding things about the ISS to spew utter tosh and nonsense about.
What in the name of Scarlett Johansson's thong has adding music to a video got to do with anything? And if water floating about an enclosed space like that was dangerous, they wouldn't do it, would they? Doesn't take a great deal of working out, even for a guy like me.
And squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends. And sometimes I'll actually take my comb to help work it all the way to the ends. And I like to take my towel while I have the shampoo.
I mean, and this is how bad it is for the globe. This kind of tosh is very often cited as evidence. In this instance, it wasn't. Jane, thank you. But very often, tosh like this is cited as proof that reality is wrong.
How can reality be wrong? We live on a globe. The ISS is up there orbiting the planet. That's reality.
And it's reality that the ISS has been in low Earth orbit for over 20 years. The astronauts with long hair, short hair, or no hair that have been up there have been washing their hair or heads and bodies while they were there. If it were dangerous, don't you think we would know it by now?
I mean, how deluded do these people? I mean, how deluded are these people? Fucking insane.
In there and just kind of work it. Because without standing under running water, you kind of need to use the towel a little bit to help get some of the...
Here's the thought. Just have short hair. You save so much time, effort, health and safety in your space station goes through the roof. It improves, dramatically goes up 100%. You're not squirting water all over the place willy-nilly. You've got more time to do experiments and recreation or meditation or do pretend training. But no, you're quite happy to spend loads of time here squirting water all around the space station in your hair. Look how ridiculous your hair looks. Look at it.
Oh, how many more times? Hygiene is very important, even to those of us with short hair. We need to wash our hair. It's as simple as that. Is that sinking in yet?
dirt out. I like to follow that by a little more water. It's called
Squirt some more water about. Yay!
no rinse shampoo, but I think it's best to use a little water with it. It actually feels kind of squeaky clean right now. Now I'll take the dry part of my towel. We use towels for quite a while here, since we have limited supplies. We use them wisely. There, I think that's pretty good. And now as my hair dries, as the water evaporates from my hair, it will become humidity in the air, and then our air conditioning system will collect that into condensate, and it won't be long, and our water processing system will turn that into drinking water.
Now, she's just washed her hair in space, and Samantha, she just washed her hair in space as well. Kind of debunks the old hairspray theory, doesn't it? oh, they use hairspray in space, man. That's how NASA fakes everything because they use hairspray. Well, wouldn't she have just washed it out of her hair by now?
Yes, and I have heard that the women of the ISS perm their hair as well to give the illusion of microgravity. But the people who claim that often ignore the necklaces that float around as the astronauts move about.
How about just saving the energy and having shorter hair? Saving the health and safety and just having shorter hair? How about cutting out all this silly space pantomime, just have short hair?
Because it's personal choice, you stupid moron. She wants long hair, she's having long hair. She still needs it cleaning, she still needs to wash it. Even if she had short hair, she'd still need to wash it. Is it sinking in yet?
We are talking about Level Earth Observer here. The person who couldn't get beyond you saying you thought that he thought the Earth is flat because tower cranes?
Save all the time by just having short hair. Gives you the opportunity to do real science, which I thought that was the reason you were up there. But no, we'll spend hours and hours squirting water all around an electrical space station, keeping unnecessarily long hair. The blokes, the fact they don't have long hair debunks this charade anyway. We know it's scientifically impossible because the globe's scientifically impossible. And then we look at footage like this, it's quite clearly some of the most ludicrous, ridiculous, pathetic bits of propaganda going.
And a Level Earth Observer knows ludicrous, ridiculous, pathetic bits of propaganda when he sees them.
So, what you're saying is, forget personal hygiene, forget recreation, forget exercise, and what they should be doing is spending all the time, 24/7, doing scientific experiments, eh? Sounds plausible.
Again, if you can't see it, whatever, go play with your Star Wars toys.
No, I am your father. Take that, take that.
I won't hold it against you. You're free to believe whatever you want, but just don't expect people like myself to accept this nonsense as somehow proof that reality has got it all wrong.
Reality hasn't got it wrong, Mr. Level Earth bullshitter. We live on a globe. You, my dear friend, have failed to produce a single shred of evidence to suggest otherwise. Not a single bit.
At the end, I just do one final comb through to make sure there are no snarls and snags. And while it dries, I like to let it stay free. I don't put it back in a ponytail while it's drying. And that is how I wash my hair in space on the International Space Station.
Hey, just unnecessarily endanger everyone, people on Earth as well. Absolute charade. Again, old school space pantomime. I've told you, it's all a pantomime. Politics, a pantomime. TV and stardom, a pantomime. Space, clearly a pantomime. Celebrity status, a deluded pantomime.
Anti-reality videos put out by willfully ignorant people, a pantomime.
All put there by culture, education system, TV, news,
YouTube.
just delusions. Put there, paid to you, sold to you via fucking silly pantomimes. Wake up, please, if you are entertaining any of this idiocy. Clearly, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's all a pantomime. Bloody, 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 bloody blah. Where's your evidence? You don't have any evidence. Your opinion is not evidence, is it? Right, that's Level Earth Observer, all done, dusted and debunked. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to join me on Sunday, 9 PM for the Sunday Stupid, and next Wednesday, 8 PM for another Wacky Wednesday video. I'll see you soon. Ta-da!
You know, Level Earth Observer always says,
I don't have a bias. I stand by the things that are demonstrably true.
yet his videos seem to be contrary to that. His personal incredulity and denial are always on display, as all he does is take snippets of videos, make things up about them, and claim what he makes up is fact. Yes, he does put the work in and debunk an entire video from start to finish, like the one in this video, but that is very rare. But instead of truly saying what was happening in this video, he went in with preconceived assumptions and kept repeating the same stuff over and over and over again, ignoring demonstrable reality. Please visit Mr. Jones' channel, check it out, and subscribe if you haven't already. His channel link is in the description below. Let's see if we can get him to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.